It's Jaffrich coming to you live and live from the city of Jaffrich. It's a show called Open-Minded, Not Blinded, where we get you to challenge your mindsets. Now, today is an episode with a difference. I want to ask you for a huge favor. Before we start talking about dreads, a very interesting topic, before we start, I want to ask you to please hit that notification button on YouTube and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any updates and any recent post/videos. Now, as I said, the episode today is in part and specific to the topic of dreadlocks or natty dreadlocks or locks. Right? So there are different types of dreadlocks, and because I've been asked so much about my hair and how long I've had it, what does it mean to me? Am I part of the Rastafarian religion? Some of those questions I'm about to answer today. So as we get into it, I want to remind you, after looking at this video, if you have any comments, suggestions, or feedback, or any specific topic that you would like me to speak on in regards to everything or anything, specifically dreads, I can do that, right? So if you have questions about the way you keep it, how to keep it, what's the healthiest way to keep it, I will talk about some of that today, but if you have any questions, please feel free to hit me up. So, dreadlocks. For me, it's a very sensitive thing. Now, I've had these dreads now for just over 11 years, and I think one of the best, easiest, and healthiest way to maintain dreadlocks is to get more knowledge about dreadlocks. So people who already have dreadlocks, people who have dreadlocks that you admire. So if you admire somebody's dreadlocks, you want to ask them, how do they maintain it? What do they use? How do they keep it healthy? I think it's a trial and error process majority of the time when you're starting to do your dreads, because what happens is what may work for one person may not work for the other person. And what may work for one person specifically may not even work for nobody else at all. There was a lot of trial and error for me, and that's why I got to this point now where I say that it's important that you get the knowledge and you maintain your dread yourself. Because some people think they have the knowledge about dread, and no offense to anyone, there's a lot of people that believe they have knowledge about dreadlocks and dreads, and most of the time they can ruin your hair. Like I said, I had experiences like these. I think for one, when you're starting to do your dreads, some people, because of the texture of their hair, it may take longer to actually turn into dreads. So do not feel despondent or worried because your hair may take longer to turn into dreads as in compared to somebody else's. Just know it's all part of the process based on the texture of your hair. So be mindful of that. Also, I think one of the best ways to treat dreads is to understand that the product has to change over time. So you don't necessarily have to use the same product throughout the years. You know why? Your hair becomes thicker most of the time, or it can thin out, or sometimes it may become unhealthy, so you need to change that product. You want to always remember to keep your scalp moist majority of the times to reduce having to shampoo regular. Now, I shampoo regular because I do have something where I feel like my scalp dries out really fast. So that's one of the reasons why I shampoo regular. Regular in summertime, for me, that means once a week. Regular in wintertime means once every 2 weeks. Now, what do I do majority of the time? I get it neat on my own. So I twist just the front to keep it neat, and I only interlock. That's once a month if I have to. I go sometimes a few months without interlocking. Now we'll break down more of these in another episode or in another show, or if you have questions specifically about it, you can hit me up. You can find me at Jaffrich, that's on every social media forum. You can find me at Jaffrich or the Jaffrich Show on YouTube, and you can also find me at jaffrich@gmail.com. That's email. So one of the most important things I want to make sure I get in this video, the point I want to get out is be very specific about who you let touch your hair. Like I said, for me, I see hair as a very spiritual thing. I'm a very spiritual person, and I believe those, or if not, is the main factor as to how your hair grows, how your hair stays, and how your hair flourishes. Right? I believe your hair has a lot to do with your life. It's in alignment with your life. It's a reflection of your life. And it mirrors your personality. So a lot of people compliment me all of the time, and I'm grateful. However, I do not pay that much attention to my hair as opposed to what I pay to my personality. I invest in my personality. I believe that you cannot just have every and any individual putting their hand in your hair and trying to say they're taking care of your hair. You have to be in charge of the care of your hair. Now, there is different specifics I want to get into about religion and what having dreads means, what it should mean, and what it should be about. And I want to help educate about hair, about dreads, and what it is in relation to your personality and your lifestyle. But that will be another topic. So if you want to get it without waiting and you don't want to miss it, please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so that it wakes you up whenever we post it. Okay, so with that being said, it's Jav Reach coming to you live from the city of Jav Reach. Stay tuned for more. For sure, find me on every major platform. That's Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, WhatsApp, Spotify, SoundCloud. We're talking about iTunes, Apple Music, and also Stitch. So you can find me on everything. So it's Jav Reach coming to you live from the city of Jav Reach. Find me at Google Jav Reach, just in case you forgot any of the information I gave in this video. You can Google Jav Reach, that's J-A-H-F Reach, like I'm about to reach over there. Until the next one, it's Jav Reach, not Jav Come. Salute, Kaba. It's Jav Reach coming to you live and alive.